to carry with us. So I think, yeah, one of the biggest thing is being kind to ourselves and forgiving. You know? Yeah, breaks are definitely necessary, but I think it's, the limiting beliefs. And when we step away and we fall out of that routine, and we're trying to mourn and grieve and process whatever it is, sometimes getting back in that routine seems so distant and like a pipe dream now, because we've fallen off. But yeah, I've talked to a lot of humans, later in life, and they say one of their biggest regrets is after they lost a loved one, went through a divorce, or some traumatic life event, they had to step away from life to deal with that and process it, but that they completely altered the course of their life, and never got over that thing, and it allowed them to give up on themselves. So, that is very true. True, Veronica. Yeah, Anna, it's that's something I try to do more and more. One of the biggest hurdles for me is, of course, just like I think many people, letting go of the past and showing myself grace and kindness, but trusting myself, talking to myself like a best friend, and kind of removing my emotions from it and just doing it, regardless of whether I'm afraid or, but that's difficult. Right. It's very true. That is true, Anna. Yeah, that's why I think there's a lot of power in just communicating, relationships, meeting people, being honest, not being afraid to ask for help, when you're struggling. But also, putting in the effort to show up for yourself, Yeah, but you're so right. Doing good, Christian. How are you? But, there's a lot of good in this world. A lot of good people. Absolutely, Spo. The reality is, I think the way in which we should all look at it is everyone's doing the best they can with what they got, their circumstances, and removing our expectations that people should act a certain way, behave a certain way, or be, just not our place, Just let everyone live, be kind. That's the hope, Anna. Yeah. But it's also sticking to the plan, and when we choose to, I don't know, for me right now, I'm kind of taking a path that's, unknown. It involves a lot of vulnerability, putting yourself out there, a lot of criticism, judgment, being misunderstood, but that's life. Sometimes we got to do that, go through that, do uncomfortable things to get where we want to be. But yeah, it's, my motivation for eating healthy and working out and doing all that is to be able to deal with life and process, the loss, the grief, all that. And try to find peace each day and be okay. But it's whatever works for each one of us, There's no one recipe for life. Yeah, Anna, that could be tough, though. I lived a lot of my life playing a bunch of different parts. I was a police officer for 8 years. Felt like I started in a completely different movie, different role. I've worked in I've shown up for a lot of different people and played different roles, and kind of like a chameleon. And it wasn't until I got later in life that I said, hey, the anxiety and the uncomfortableness you're feeling is because you're not, being true to yourself, first and foremost. Yeah, exactly. And when you become a people pleaser, which is what I struggled with, you're showing up for everybody else, and you can lose yourself, neglect your own happiness and emotions, and it can be a struggle. So yeah, you're right. It's if only we could all be so fortunate to have the strength from an early age, to believe in ourselves, love ourselves, and not allow the outside world and other people's, opinions, invalidation, tarnish how we view ourselves, and treat ourselves. Yeah, we're having a deep talk this morning. I like it. That is very true, Christian. I don't know, I found myself in a place where I felt like I was trying to do the same things, cast the same line, hoping to catch something, but it's like time's running out. And while I love doing this thing and casting this line, it's not working like it once was. And sometimes you got to take a different path and go a completely different route that's like uncharted, And everyone may be saying, don't do that, don't do that. But if you trust yourself and you believe, you got to just take the chance sometimes, Right. Very true, Hannah. Being able to have that temperament with the emotions is definitely a superpower. But I think it's everyday practice, and it can be challenging. But it definitely gets easier the more you work at it. Yeah, and I think lifestyle, But yeah, I'm not here to tell anyone how to live. I don't have it figured out, I try to do the best what works for me, and that's what you guys do for you. Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, life's just one big, I think, learning journey, Or a journey of reminders, depending on how we choose to respond and take it. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I've struggled with anxiety and depression a lot of my life. Really self-conscious, insecure for many years. And, struggled. I concealed it, but, studying, the brain, neurobiology, practicing a healthy lifestyle, really, leaning into it has definitely helped. Develop a better understanding of my emotions, being in control, just like you're saying. Right. Like most things in life, But I think we're always looking for the easy route, right? We don't want to feel unpleasant. We want everything to be great, quick, We want to get rich overnight. Don't want to do the work. Don't want to feel the unpleasant emotions, But it's often doing the difficult things, that we fear that'll get us through that thing, It's like for me, I gave up drinking like 14 months ago. Probably because I had a double mastectomy and that scared me. But yeah, for me, it made it much more difficult to manage my anxiety. Just the morning after having a few drinks even. I felt like I couldn't really manage my emotions. And that was tough to, cut out just because everyone's socially doing that. And, I probably have addictive personality, but, yeah, a lot of times we got to make sacrifices and let go of things to get where we want to be, But each one of us, it's up to us, And it's never fair to say don't do this or you need to do that. Yeah, we all get to figure that out. Anna, that's very true. Yeah, for me, it's not necessarily desire. I feel rich in spirit, at the moment, You know, a lot of gratitude. I feel healthy. I'm grateful for how I feel. I see things. You know, the path that I'm going. But yeah, being in a position, I think a lot of us, I think a lot of us equate money to happiness. We think a lot of our financial worries are it, you know. But yeah, it's tough. I've been very wealthy periods in life where I've had, you know, over $1 million a year for several years. Mismanaged the money, you know, made poor life decisions, so I'm not in that position anymore. But yeah, I was far less fulfilled and unhappy when I had the money. So I don't think you're probably right. It's not an actual need. And I thought it would bring me something when I had it, but no. Definitely an important tool, though. Yeah. It will bring us the ability, or it'll bring you the ability to do a lot of things, make life easier. Yeah, certainly alleviate a lot of the pressure. Right. Yeah, I've actually had more peace and enjoyed life more when I've had far less, when I've had nothing. But yeah, I assume I'm impressionable by society and stuff, so it kind of goes in waves where then I find myself, you know, wanting the materialistic things or, you know, the things that really don't matter. Right. Yeah, I think until we've experienced all the seasons of life, you know, you've been broke, you've been poor, you know, you've experienced loss, heartbreak, all that really helps shape your understanding with being able to cope and deal. And I think just develop a healthy outlook on your circumstance. Okay. All right, I'll have to note that one. Yeah, a few years ago, I studied the brain a lot, read a lot of Joe Dispenza, other No, Stacy, they didn't. What I'm learning, I guess, with this experiment, if you will, is there's a lot of people on the internet, and just people in life, you know, we'll say things that's not true. Yeah, no, I've had quite a few people on here send crazy messages. Dave, send me photos. I'll send you $1,000, or I'll help you with this, or, but no, none of it seems to be real. No, Stacy, it's all right. Yeah, it's just a solid reminder. Yeah, it's the internet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right, Anna. Right. Yeah, like I could, you know, right now I could stress out because I have, you know, I just lost a bunch of money, had a lot of things come up in life, and so I feel like panicked. You know, I don't have a lot of money. You know, very very little money to my name right now. It's like day by day. But there's lots of opportunity, things I can do to earn money. You know, tons of different ways, right? We all have them, but it's being able to compartmentalize and deal with that stress and not allow it to stop your motion, you know, momentum. Yeah, I feel you, Stacy. Yeah, but that's just, I think, the biggest hurdle, you know, to try to make it as black and white, which is difficult to do, but yeah. Right. Correct, Veronica. Yeah, I suppose, Anna. For me, yeah, I've done a lot of things in life when it comes to like helping people like that, training or stuff, for free. You know, I've always liked to help people, give advice, but yeah, if you want to monetize it, you know, you obviously gotta you switch it up. Not everything's for free. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm very fortunate. I have many different opportunities and ways, but yeah, it's just executing. Yeah, sticking to it. Not allowing my emotions or me being uncomfortable, being vulnerable, or doing the things. It's just doing it. You know. And so I'm 41. You know, and yeah, just me going on live, standing here with my shirt off. You know, everyone's known me. I've worked in politics, law enforcement, you know, corporate jobs, law firm stuff. So I have all these people from the past who have ever, someone sent them a screenshot, you know, tuned into a live, whatever, messaging me, calling me, sending me pictures, you know, and it can make you uncomfortable. It can throw you, you know, but yeah, that's life. You gotta ignore the noise. Yeah, of course, we always do. Anna, I think that's every human's dream, right? To be able to wake up every day and love themselves, love their life, you know, make money doing, you know, what they love, being the person they want to be. I think that's, you know, that's like the American dream or the human dream, you know? It's the hope. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's true. It is an option. I've realized from coming on here, the fact that I practice that day in, day out and have for like my entire life, you know, gives me some credibility. A lot of people are curious on, you know, what people do when they're in shape and get that way. Yeah, I've thought about it. Yeah, and my regime and routine for a very, very long time has been very simple. You know, all natural. I think the whole industry is bullshit, preying on people's uncertainty and desperation to look a certain way. But yeah, Anna, no, you're right. There's a lot of things I need to do and put my foot on the gas. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do that today. I think you've actually inspired me. So us chatting today, we're gonna make another Instagram and stuff, and it'll just be like Trainer Dave. You know, we'll just bang out like 20 spammy videos a day. Sincere, but just content, content, content. Yeah, no, this is cool because this is kind of like a social experiment that I've committed to doing for like the next probably 2 to 3 months. So I'm interested with connecting you guys what happens. But it feels like a lot of this journey and path is kind of being co-piloted by you guys. Okay. Well, Anna, we should talk more. If you have experience with this, it seems like you might, yeah, love to pick your brain. But yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to be working on today. We're going to jump off here in a second, feed the doggos, and then get working. TP, I appreciate that. Yeah, I got to remind myself that sometimes I'm like, oh, I need more resources, I need this, I don't know how to do this, but yeah, oftentimes it's all right in front of us. It doesn't need to be perfect, you know? So, yeah. And a lot of our brains, right, we tend to focus and ruminate on what's stressing us out or what's scarce and we don't have in our lives. And that halts our progress, halts us. Yeah, no, you're right. Anna, you were right. Yeah, I think my struggle at the moment, like a lot of people, is got a lot going on behind the scenes in my personal life. You know, in life that's scary, feel a lot of uncertainty, the unknowns, and don't feel comfortable, you know? And so just trying to calm that and not allow that to overtake me and halt my progress. But yeah, I got a lot of opportunities, a lot going on. It's all good. That's just what I'm feeling inside and like to share. Yeah. And I do. I've made a lot of excuses. And I find myself doing that all the time. But it often leads to self-sabotage. You know, we give up. Or we start, you know, leaning into doing things that aren't really helping us evolve, bringing us peace, getting us to where we need to be. So, right. Yeah, prioritization of time and organization, I think, is probably the foundation of it all, you know? But that is sound advice, Anna. You're absolutely right. I could definitely relate on many levels. Right. Stacy, that's probably right. Yeah, you're right. You know, I'd love to be able to just keep creating content about love and mindfulness like I've been doing for the past 14 months, but, you know, the algorithm's outside of your control. And there are certain things you can do, but yeah, I made $10 last month on TikTok. And I think it was like $4 the month before, you know? And that's dedicating 6 to 10 hours a day of going around and talking to strangers in public and editing the videos. So, yeah, it's not sustainable anymore. I don't want to give up creating that content, but I have to find another avenue. And a lot of people say go get a regular job, but of course, yes, many of us have to do that. And sometimes you got to give up on your dream to survive. But yeah, I'd like to find a way not to. And sometimes we can get stuck. Oh, Veronica, it's life. Yeah. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for chilling. Yeah, Stacy, I realized, yeah, I probably need to go that route with fitness and helping train people. And it's kind of twofold. A lot of people may not necessarily want the training or give a shit. Just may want to look, you know? But, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. That's true. I didn't even think about that, Stacy. Right, Anna. Yeah, it's just doing both. Right. Yeah, Anna, I probably have ADD, you know? And sometimes I cast too many lines in the water. I want to do, you know, I want to build Rome. I want to do this. I want to do this overnight.